Hello, Color Magic Angel. How are you doing? Hey, Charlene. Great. I'm glad to hear that y'all doing well today. Hey, Miss Glow Kitty, how are you doing? You're a North Carolina native, aren't you? Let's see, who is this? I can't read your name. I'm having trouble because I have the camera turned to the sideways, so reading these comments are kind of hard for me. Good to see you too, Miss Glow Kitty. I think, aren't you in North Carolina? I'm from Charlotte, and I used to live in Durham for about 20 years. And hopefully I can get back there soon. Hi, Miss Nita's Doll Show. Well, thank you for watching my YouTube channel, Miss Glow Kitty. Hey, Ashley. How you doing? Ashley is my niece. And her mom's on here too, Miss Finest. So I'm glad y'all could come back, and it makes me feel good that y'all support me this way. And let's see, Miss Lovis. Hi, Miss Lovis. Hi, Pink Diva. How are you doing? It's good to see y'all. We're going to see who all comes in. Then we're going to get this little show and tell thing on the road. Got a couple of things to tell y'all. Oh, thank you so much. Child, this room is a labor of love. Let me tell you something. Trying to unpack all this stuff, it's a mess. And I have done some serious work, and I still probably have about 10 boxes, and the whole bathroom in there is full. I had so much stuff I had to put in the bathroom, so I can't even use that bathroom to this bedroom. Oh, okay. That's Kalani and JoJo. Hey, JoJo, how's my baby doing? I know. This is actually the second time that I've started a doll room since I moved to Louisiana. I've moved twice, well, 3 times since I've been here. And the last place was so small that I wasn't able to have one in that place last year. So now we're in a bigger place, and that's why I have the doll room back, because we have a 3rd bedroom this time. So that's what's going on with that. Let's see. Hey, Coco 971. I am so glad JoJo could make it. Hi, Herbert. How you doing, sweet? Mwah. Hope you're feeling better. Let's see. Miss Jana Wilson. Hey, Miss Jana. How you doing? Miss MJ, right? In Doll Township. How are you doing this evening? Glad y'all could come on in and make it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. And what we're going to do is the VIDI. And the VIDI stands for the very important doll information. Now, a lot of y'all diehard doll collectors, Barbie collectors probably already know this. But did you know that Walmart has the 75th anniversary doll, the ones in the red, the black, and the white version? They have that for $30 on their website. 30. That's less than half of the retail price. So you might want to make your way over to Walmart.com and see if you can score that beautiful, gorgeous ebony doll, that 75th anniversary. I wanted her. She was on my Amazon list. And one of my great dog collecting friends, John Dean. Y'all know he's always at the Barbie conventions, always dressed to the nines. He sent me a text on Saturday and say, hey, if you want this doll, they got it for $30. So I don't know if she's still available. She probably is, but y'all need to head over to walmart.com and pick up that 75th anniversary. They have the blonde and the black doll for $30 plus shipping. And I think I got free shipping on that. So if you're interested, go over there and head on over there. All right, another new thing I wanted to tell y'all about. Some of you follow me on, of course you follow me on Instagram, and you saw that I have a new line of merchandise. I have t-shirts, I have mugs, I have all kinds of pencil bags, tote bags, mugs, phone cases, all that good stuff. And the link, you know, if you scroll down my Instagram page, you'll see the links to all that. But I wanted to show y'all my new t-shirt. So this is my new t-shirt. This is the Duchess of Dolltown. This is my logo. And this was custom made for me. I had Tara O'Shea, and she's known on Instagram as Fringe Element. So her name is Fringe Element. Hey, Anika, how you doing? Hey, Purple Counselor. And so if you need some artwork, she's super talented. She is a graphic artist by trade. That's what she does, but she has a super doll page, and she's so talented. I used to buy earrings from her and convention table gifts from her over the years, so I've been knowing her for a long time. So if y'all like my t-shirt, and I hope that you do, and that you'll want one for yourself, head over to that link. It's on Teespring, and it is Ms.TeesDollroom, and the link is posted in my Instagram page. So if you go there, you can get the link and go head on over there and pick you up a t-shirt or a mug or something. And I appreciate very much whatever you like to purchase. It would help me out greatly in this COVID season. So thank you so much. So that's my shameless plug. Thank you, Miss Doll Township. Hey, Malada, how you doing? Yeah, Anika, Tara did a great job on my logo, and not only did she make me one logo, she made me several. But if you head over there to that Teespring account, I even have one up with Nausea, the new Enchantress Nausea. I have a t-shirt with that. You can get face masks, all this stuff. So it's really beautiful. I appreciate everything she did for me, and I hope you guys will support us. So the next thing is, I wanted to talk to y'all about this Christmas diorama that I've been trying to buy. Trying to make, excuse me. And I'm going to give you a little shot of what I managed to do. Let's see. Instagram Desandra, how are you doing? You are one of my favorite Instagram accounts, Miss Desandra. I love your Instagram account. But let me show you this Christmas diorama. So this is what I've been making for the last day or two. And, you know, I am not a experienced or, you know, expert crafter, but this is how far I've gotten so far. So what y'all think about that? And I always say I'm going to do a Christmas diorama, and I gather all this stuff and I never put it together. So I'm just going to show y'all some of the stuff that I used to put together that little diorama, okay? First of all, I did the walls out of foam core, and I found some really pretty wrapping paper. It's not scrapbook paper. It's actually it's wrapping paper. I found that in Walmart. It has a beautiful beige and satin stripe on it, so that's what I wanted to use for my background. But there's a guy on Instagram. His name is Stovall the Doll, Cody. Y'all know Cody, right? And Cody makes these diorama clips. See if I can turn it so y'all can see how it's made. And he prints these on his 3D printer. And I managed to score a couple of sets of them so that I could just throw up my diorama walls. No, it's not streaming on YouTube yet. I'll always save these, and then I'll upload it to YouTube later on tonight. But I'm not on YouTube live tonight. So anyway, if you guys are interested in these little clips to hold your little foam board walls together, I'm telling you, they're worth the $20. You get 4 in a set. And a set costs you $20 plus shipping. So you may want to order you a set or two of these clips when he has them up on his site. And he always posts on Instagram when the clips are available. So I just thought I'd give him a shout out. Thank you, Cody. They work beautifully. On my diorama, I only use the clips at the top. You can see there. So I only had to use them at the top because I wanted to put baseboards down, you know, at the bottom. And so you can't hook that baseboard in there, but they work beautifully. They are holding it together, and I'll probably get a lot of play out of that. Thank you. And let's see, of course, you see my fireplace in there. That fireplace is that 18-inch doll furniture from Target. I think it was Justin, he scored that for me at Ollie's a couple of years ago, and that's how I got that set. Because, you know, those big sets that they have in Target, they run like $100, so I wasn't gonna pay that for it, but he found it for like $40, and it was a great score. So I'm using that fireplace, and I have a Christmas tree that goes with that, but I'm not using that one. I'm going to use the little Christmas tree from the Dollar Tree, and that's what I did. So let me hold this up to you. So this is my Dollar Tree Christmas tree. Now, when you buy these trees for $1, they are not this full, but they always have little extra packs of these ties. You can get an extra pack of them. I think about 12 of them come in a pack. And what you do is just, you wrap these around the base of the tree like this, and you twist them, and you go in between the branches, and that way you can fill out the tree however you want to fill it out. And that's why my tree looks so full, because I took that whole pack. I think I put like, well, I took 9 because I have 3 left. So I took 9 out of the 12 and I twisted them on the tree. So that's how I did that. Hey, Teresa, how you doing? Hey, Mel. Mel is one of my Dolly besties. How you doing today? Glad you can make it. So now that y'all see what's going on in the dollhouse, I'll show you some of these ornaments. You know, ornaments are a great way to find accessories for your doll. And you remember these from a couple years ago when Walmart had these lamps? So I've got some lamps, and I'm going to use the lamps in this room because they're gold and they're glittery. So a perfect little bit of sparkle for the Christmas season. And then this year, they had these little lanterns. Did y'all get any of these? All right. And I thought these were really cool. These tags. You can put them on a wall for like a wall art. So I wanted to get those. I thought these were really neat. Kind of like a farmhouse style Christmas type decor. That's what I'm going to use them for. And then, let's see here. These are some mini ornaments. This was like the nativity scene. And we bought these in Dallas, I think. And I was supposed to give Mel and Theo one of these, but I forgot to give them to y'all. So when y'all come here in January, I'll have your nativity scene, you know, for you when you get here, okay? Because I went looking for them the other day in my Walmart here, and they don't have them. In fact, they don't have any ornaments in the whole Christmas department. Let's see. Oh, yeah, well, you know, later I try to be creative, but I have to, you know, give credit where credit is due. And one thing about Instagram, this doll community on Instagram is like on steroids. I mean, it makes me feel like I'm like a snail moving compared to how creative and how much inspiration is on the, you know, these doll collectors here. It is just awesome. So a lot of stuff I can't take credit for it. I just watch my Instagram feed. Oh, okay. I think I saw you had them, Anika, when you did one of your hauls. That's where I think I saw them, but we actually saw them in the store. You know, you can look at people's hauls, and, you know, all Walmarts are not created equal. One part of the country will have fabulous stuff, and then, like, you come down south to Louisiana, and we rarely have any of the stuff that Target Dollar Spot, you know, all these people are raving about. We don't have the stuff in Walmart. So it's a mess. I usually find stuff when I go to Dallas. That's when I find stuff. Or I go home to Charlotte, North Carolina. That's when I find stuff. And I even have them my Charlotte peeps and my Durham peeps, I have them looking for stuff in the store for me. Because, you know, I'm kind of crazy like that. Yeah, they had great mini ornaments. Did you get these? Did y'all see these little, like, they're plastic, but they're like tobacco baskets? Did y'all see these? I thought these were super cute. I want these for my little kitchen scene that I'm going to make. Yeah, I love Purple Counselor. I mean, I'm going to tell you something. Facebook has a good doll community too, but I think the difference, and you know, y'all tell me how y'all feel about it, but I think the difference is, yep, and definitely my Maryland peeps. My girl Theo, she will, well, she in the store all the time anyway, so it's not really a stretch for me to call her and say, hey, look for this. The last time I called her to look for something in Target, she was already in Target when she took the call. So there you go. But getting back to the Instagram, I just want to know how you feel. It's particularly for the people, the older doll collectors, the more experienced ones. You know, back in the day, we just had the little board host forums, you know, and then we migrated over to Facebook when they shut the pink lounge down. Okay. So then, we didn't know. It was wonderful to be able to like chat with people in real time instead of having to wait for, you know, the response to cycle through. So that was new and it was wonderful. But then you get on Instagram and you're like, oh my God, daily, it's like hourly, you're being inspired and you're seeing all this fabulous stuff. But for me, I think the difference between the Facebook and the Instagram is if you want to learn something about doll collecting, you'll get more information on Facebook. People are much more willing to share their knowledge and expertise on Facebook, because sometimes if you just want a quick thrill, you want a little photo inspiration, then Instagram is your thing. That's like instantaneous gratification. But I find that some of the collectors, you know, and it's this not a dig in anybody, it's just that I get more substance and I get more information about dolls and collecting on Facebook than I do on Instagram. And that's just how I see it. So how do y'all feel about that? Hey, Alfonso, how you doing? Alfonso, that's it. Yeah, Pink Parlor, that was the name of it, Mel, Pink Parlor. And Nefertiri, how you doing? Okay, let's get back to the ornaments. So I picked these up too. So they had these in white and in tan. So I like these little tobacco basket things. I have some hanging in my house. I spray painted them black though. Okay, good, Miss Jana. I wondered if I was alone in that, because if you want to know something about a Barbie, when it came out, whether or not you stumbled on some vintage or what year that 70s or 80s Barbie come from, Facebook is the place. Those diehard Barbie collectors, they know their stuff. And yes, Anika, they don't. And so I've gotten to the point where if a person DMs me or they make a comment on my something I post on Instagram and they ask me where I got something from, I don't have a problem sharing it with you. I have no problem sharing it with you, but that is not always reciprocated. And so I just learned to keep on moving. You know, that's what I do. And if I really want to know bad enough, then I'll just get on Google and I'll find it myself. But I think, you know, it should be type, you know, more of a community type sharing thing, because, you know, doll collecting is so specific. Not a lot of people are understanding of it. Not a lot of people are accepting that grown people collect dolls. And, you know, we are way past caring about what anybody thinks. So the fact that it's so specific and it's so small, you would think that would make people want to share more. And that's my only critique for Instagram. Yes, I am going to post this to YouTube as well. Yes, ma'am. Well, I know, Anika, you know, but we, you know, way back, just like when I looked at your your live, and you were talking about the difference in the new doll collectors and the older doll collectors, and I was like, boy, you really hit the nail on the head. Exactly, Miss Jana. So if any of y'all see anything in my room, or you have a question about anything you see me post, you can feel free to hit me up, leave a comment on the post. I'll get the notification, or you can send me a DM, and if I know it, I am glad to share it with you. But if I don't know it and I know somebody that does, I'll point you in their direction. All right, so we're still digging. So another thing I wanted to do is show y'all what I got in the mail. Oh, and this is a good one. Okay, so for those of you who are not on Facebook, there is a group on Facebook now called Friends of the Pink Heels. Okay, and that's where all these diehard Barbie collectors, they throw a sale like once a month. And when you get in the group, you can upload all the stuff you're trying to liquidate. And then they tell everybody, okay, the sale is going to start at 5 o'clock on Friday. And the last one was on December 4th. I found this dress. It is a silkstone dress that I have been wanting ever since it came out. Y'all remember this? The blue chiffon dress, silkstone dress? Somebody bought this dress and put it on that Naja doll and had her looking like Lupita. And I said, one of these days, I'm going to get that dress. But I was not going to pay like $80, $90 to buy that doll just to get this dress. I got this dress for 20 bucks off that Friends of the Pink Heel. And it is perfect. No runs, just a little. It needs to be steamed out, but it was perfect. I didn't have to buy the shoes. I didn't have to buy the doll. She had like 3 or 4 of these things. And she was selling them all for 20 bucks. So if you get on Facebook, look for Friends of the Pink Heel. Everybody goes in there and puts their stuff in the albums. And it is just one big dolly flea market. So you may want to check that out. It's a lot of good deals to be scored. And another thing I see, sometimes I see the new doll collectors, you know. Oh, okay. Miss Jones, I see. Another thing I see some of these doll collectors, they be paying way too much for some of this stuff they get. You know, stuff that they can just wait on or either look around for. I don't know. I mean, I just feel like they just pay too much money for the wrong stuff. But you know, hey, I'm not telling you what to do with your money. Now you do what you want. But it was worth it for me to join that group and get in those sales to get this dress, this silkstone dress, for 20 bucks, because you can't get that on eBay for $20. Let's see. Yeah, Friends of the Pink Heels. And I ordered some fabric. So I can make some of that Barbie Fashionista box furniture that Froggy did. So I want to do some of that. I'm going to make a chair or a couch or something. I got that off of Etsy. And it was fairly cheap. And then I got this color velvet. It's silver. So I'm going to make a sofa, a sectional sofa with this using Froggy's method. But it's going to be for my guys. It's going to be for their dressing room. I want them to have a hangout place for my Hans doll. So that'll be a project I'll try to get around to. Let's see. Hey, Kenny, how you doing? Thank you for joining me. How are you doing today? Well, Jana, I tell you what, when I get back on Facebook, I'll send you a link to that group, okay? And I'll see if I can do a post on Instagram and let y'all know where that group is. Yeah, you know, well, you remember back in the day, Anika, when we used to be out there and just go crazy and just couldn't wait and just overpay for a lot of things that we could find down the road. Because it's almost like now with this Barbie stuff, you know, when they started selling that Repro Dream House for 60 bucks at Tuesday morning, and now that Dream House, the new Dream House is on Barbie's site for $200. And I'm like, I'll wait for it to see if it pops up in Tuesday morning. Oh, okay. Well, good. I'm glad you could stop by, Kenny. You know, you got the lock on the lives, child. You do that thing. You be all over everywhere, in the car, in the Walmart parking lot, talking junk. Let's see. Froggy has that. I will DM you that link to that video. She took the fashionista boxes and stuffed them, and then she uses the felt to upholster the boxes. So I'm gonna try it with the velvet and see if I can get that to work, because I just couldn't find enough different colors in the felt. So I said, well, I'll try this. Yeah, Tuesday morning is the place, child. I'm hoping they put that new dream house in there, because I really do want that one. The first one I got it, and I plan to use it, but then I said, you know what? I don't have no room for that. And I really didn't like the doll that came with it, but I do like the doll and the clothes that came with the second version of the repro dream house. So I'm gonna see if I can't get that. Am I sideways? Are y'all seeing me sideways now? Or do I need to turn my phone around? Okay, let me show you what else I got in that sale at the Friends of the Pink Hill. So I wanted this birthday Barbie. We call her the Fat Face Christy. I did not want to pay for that whole doll because I did not like the gown. I just wanted this face with this fabulous afro. So I picked this doll up for, I think, 15 bucks at the Friends of the Pink Hill. Yeah, Friends of the Pink Hills. And I am going to transplant her onto an articulated body. And then I will be selling this model muse body, because folks love this body. They're willing to pay $15, $20 just for the body. So I figure if I sell her body, then I get a free doll. Oh, okay. All right. Well, let me turn it around. Hold on. Let me see. Herbert, how do I turn this around? Is that good? Is that better, y'all? Okay. All right. Let me just figure out how to get this phone done permanently. Turn it around. Y'all know I am not a techie, so hey. Hold on 1 second. Let me prop this up in front of my cup. All right. Well, why didn't y'all tell me before that he was on his side like that? Now I'm kind of mad at y'all. Okay.
It was in portrait mode.
Okay, so what do I mean? Is it straight up now?
In portrait mode if you turn it in portrait mode.
Okay. Well, is it better?
You can't use that.
Okay. So what do I mean?
You can't use that.
Okay, that's fine. I got it. All right. Thank you. Her giving me a tech lesson. Sorry about that, y'all. Let's see here. What else did we get? All right. I got this frame at Walmart for $7. Probably paid too much money for it, but I plan to use this for a window in one of my dioramas. So that's what it was. Thank you, Pink Diva, for turning your phone. Okay, Anika. I see. Well, y'all have to tell me this stuff because I don't know about all this here, but I do try to remember what y'all tell me. So I know I'm not supposed to show new dolls either, so excuse the boobs. All right, let's see. What else do we have? And last but not least, I asked Herb to take me a picture of some sky and trees and background scenery. And so my beloved took me a picture so I can make a background. So I got this, and Herb does sell his prints. It's a high gloss print, very nicely done. So if y'all think y'all might want a background, y'all holler at me and let me know. We can get you one made too, if that's what you want. So that's about it. That's all that's really new in the dollhouse right now. Other than all that fashion royalty stuff, and I really haven't been playing with my new fashion royalty dolls because, of course, if I open them up and don't video it, then that's the opportunity that I have lost to do a video. So I'll get to playing with that stuff. I don't know why they so sensitive about a new doll either, because these kids, these 8-9-year-olds, honey, they know a whole lot more and ain't thinking about a new doll. They are so grown. So I don't know who that really offends. You know, y'all let me know what you think about that. Alright, and this is my last thing that I got this week, and I'll just go ahead and open that up. Oh, this is my David Adonis doll, and Rudy sent me a nice little rainbow face mask, and looks like a top and a knitted top and a skirt. So let's see what I'm not gonna do a review on him, but so this is what the box looks like. From the Ms. Doll Company. And the name of this collection is Neon Jungle. Let's see here. And here he is. That's David. I don't know anything about the quality of these dolls, Miss Color Magic Angel, because this is my very first one. And, you know, I've heard good things about it, and I just wanted to see for myself. But I already know going, you know, out the gate that if I have to buy another wardrobe for this doll and he cannot wear what my homs already wear, then 9 times out of 10, he's not going to stay on the island. He's going to have to leave, because I just can't afford to start another doll line and buy all new clothes and stuff for another doll line, which is why I pretty much stick with Barbie and Fashion Royalty, because I can, you know, interchange their clothing between the two lines. Oh, I'm glad you finally got him, Kenny. I think he's gorgeous. He's almost like a statue, a work of art to me, more than like a doll that I'm going to play with a lot. But like I said, he can wear their pants is what I'm hearing, but he's so big and broad in the chest that I'm going to have to buy shirts to fit him. Oh, well, see, I don't want to have to buy Tom the doll clothes, so I probably shouldn't have bought him, huh? Well, thank you for that tip. I love that tip. Thank you so much for that. I'll be sure to pass that on. And I just want to show y'all these. This came in my convention packet. But did y'all see all these little hands and stuff they got? The manicured hands? Hey, Jonda, how you doing? Kenny said he don't need no shirts. Ooh, Kenny, he got you sprung, huh? Action figure shirts. Anika, do you have a bunch of those dolls? These are the shoes. This is how the shoe pack came. All right, guys. So that's what I'm doing. And like I say, the primary focus right now is trying to get these videos out. You know, trying to make sure I secure content. I hear you, Kenny. I hear you hollering about Adonis. No, he's a beautiful work of art now. He has a nice build on him. Yes, I do agree. But he got to put some clothes on sometime. He can't always be butt naked. Oh, yes, I used to have a Tyson doll. I had Tyson and Carlos. And, you know, if anybody out there knows that Tyson and Carlos were made anatomically correct and very well endowed. And they too were works of art. Hey, red carpet dolls, how y'all doing? Everybody just came in. Thank you for coming. I sure do appreciate it. Oh man, my fireplace is broken. Oh no. This is a fireplace, a Gloria fireplace that somebody did for me back in the day. And they actually use real tile and grout on it to customize it. So I'm thinking about using that in my Christmas diorama too. We'll see how that goes. But I hate that's coming apart. I'm gonna have to glue that back in there. Oh, Miss Nita, I want them twins too. Them Dalpinder and Taj. Yeah, they are must-haves as well. We got to get them boys. No, you couldn't share them other guys on you couldn't share Tyson and Carlos on Instagram. No. They will shut you down quick for that because they are intricately detailed. I mean, they left no stone unturned on those dolls. I mean, and what was so beautiful about them, if you had all of them, their bodies were all different sculpts. Like their muscle, the way they were muscled, all of them had different nuances on them. So it was like 3 different bodies. You've seen them before, John, that I had those dolls that you couldn't get the pants on them because they were so hung. You remember those from back in the day. I don't have them anymore. I know. I hear you, red carpet dolls. Yeah, you have to look it up. They're called Tyson and they're Billy and Carlos. And they're male action figures. And like I say, they are extremely anatomically correct. Oh. All right, so what's going on with y'all? What do y'all want to talk about? Anything you want to ask me or any dolls you want to see from my collection that I have out that I can show you? I see you laughing, Theo. Do you have any of those Tyson and Carlos and Billy dolls? Hey, Cam Nation, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. Hey, Natalie Design Art Craft. How you doing? You want to see something elegant? Okay, let me see what I can pull out. Let's see. All right. How about that? Where do I find most of my dolls? Um, well, primarily now I am mainly a fashion royalty collector, and you if you're going to collect fashion royalty at retail, you really need to be hooked up with a dealer. So you need to find a dealer, and you can go on integritytoys.com, and they have a list of their authorized dealers. And so what I would do is start by visiting all of the authorized dealer pages, and then if they have a website, you can see what stock they have. And a lot of times they'll have dolls still in stock at retail. Now, if it's something that's super exclusive, you can still find them, but you're going to pay secondary market prices for them. But you have to be hooked up with a dealer to get that stuff at retail. Yeah, I'm gonna display my Christmas diorama. I'll just let y'all see that again. All this stuff that's laying over there. So this is the beginning of it. No, don't sell him, Nika. Don't sell that doll. Hey, I dolled it. How you doing? Thank you for coming. She's the queen of the lives too now. Yes, she is. She be doing that thing. And let me see, my favorite doll. Wow. Okay. I have several favorite dolls, but I will. He's one of my favorites. Thank you. I'm not that kind of crafter now. Sure, I dolled it. I understand that I dolled it is in Raleigh. So when I saw that, I'm like, you're a homegirl, because I used to live in Durham for about 20 years, but I am a Charlotte native. I was born and raised in Charlotte, North Carolina. Doll Township, do I work with one or multiple dealers? No, usually when I get hooked up with one person, I'll just, stay with them. And I'll pre-order my dolls. Some dealers require a deposit. Some dealers do not require a deposit. So it just depends on who you get hooked up on. But that's the way to get into the dealers. And then even if you get into the dealer, sometimes there's some dealers out there that if you're not one of their frequent flyers, then it may be hard to get into that, in with them on it. But try to get in with one of the dealers so that when they unveil the dolls, you can go ahead and pre-order before they release that information to the public, and then join the W Club. Miss Nita, so you just looked up Billy. W Club registration should probably start in February. That's usually when it starts every year. So you pay $50 for the membership, right? And they give you $25 coupon on any purchase of $99 or more. So in essence, you're only paying $25 to have access to that forum and to be able to get the sneak peeks. Get to see what's coming out before the public sees it coming out. And then you can order those W Club dolls and exclusives for retail prices instead of paying $200 and $300 for them on eBay. So I recommend everybody needs to join the W Club if you want to start collecting FR. That's a good place to start with that. Hey Ken Collector, how you doing? And then one of the best things about the W Club is that buy and sell forum. They have a buy and sell forum on there. And so you have all these people that are collecting the same thing that you are, collecting fashion royalty dolls. You can get some fabulous trades. You can find your grail dolls. One man's trash is another man's treasure, so to speak. And for me, I tend to find this, and maybe y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I find that a lot of the white collectors, they will buy the black dolls. They'll buy those black dolls, even though they don't really display black dolls in their collections. And how you know that is when you go to their Flickr pages, you'll see everything in there, but you won't see them black dolls displayed in there. And they'll buy those dolls, and some of them will sit there and hold them. Now, granted, they might not put them on eBay, but I bet you if you go to the Fashion Royalty Convention and they got a table at the bazaar, you'll see all those Najas, all those Jordans, all those Anicks, all those Adeles. You'll see all of that on their table for $300. And I don't have a problem with that, because I think when people sell their dolls, if you take the time to buy them, you know, I do what I want with my money. Now, if the price is too high for you, then it's not meant for you. Don't buy it. Hey, couturiers, don't buy it. If I see something and I don't like the price, I keep it moving. Because eventually, if I want something, it's going to come to me at the right price. Yeah, they will resell those black dolls at a cheaper price too. They will do that. So that's a good way. Get into the W Club, go in that forum, and you post a want to buy. And I'm going to tell you when the best time to post that want to buy. Right before convention. If you go in there and you got a wish list of black dolls, that's when they ready to dump them black dolls. That's when they ready to dump them, because they want money to buy convention dolls. So what they're going to do is the first thing they're going to give up is them black dolls they didn't display. And so that's what I usually do, is I'll go up there and I'll post my want to buy. Oh, I'm looking for Preston. I got him from not this year's convention, but last year's convention, because I ended up selling mine and I wanted him back. So what I did was posted a want to buy, and a friend of mine had posted the want to buy first, and he didn't follow through with that lead. So when he didn't follow through with the lead, I hit this lady up. She's right here in Louisiana, a couple of hours away, down in New Orleans, and she sold me this doll, and I think I paid $230 for him. And I did it on a layaway plan too. Okay? Yeah, his hair comes this long. This is his original coif. Thank you, Herb. So, that's how you get those black dolls. You go on the W Club, post your want to buy, and if they're going to sell some stuff out of their collection, the black dolls are going to go first. And that's how I ended up with a lot of things. Hey, how you? Okay, so New Orleans in the house. Well, I'm in Monroe. So that's how you get those black dolls. And you know, I buy a little bit of everything. Predominantly, my Fashion Royalty collection is black, and here's why. This is Preston. This is the black version of Preston Woods. When Preston Woods first came out as a Homs, he was Caucasian. But they did a black version of him, and I think they did him at this convention. He was nude in a baggie for $40. So every time I went into the sales room, I probably bought like 8 or 9 of these things. 8 or 9 of this doll. And I sold a bunch of them off. I sold them for $100, and then it went to $150. And I made me some money back. And I kept like 2 or 3 of them, but over the years, I've sold them just to make some money. And I will do that, you know, if I can, I will. So, but you join the W Club and put a want to buy up there. Somebody has him up there now. They've been trying to sell him, I think, for $300. And really, right now, yeah, his original price was $40. If you can find one under $300, because he was so limited, I don't even think they made 300 of him. I'm not sure. 300 worldwide. So that's why his price runs high. But if you're good people, got a good reputation, and got somebody to vouch for you, a lot of times, if they're not too pressed for money, they'll do a payment plan. Say, okay, well, you take $50 now, and then I'll pay you XYZ. And I buy a lot of dolls that way when I don't have all the cash at one time. Oh, you did good finding Remy for less than $200. So you know, it's a doable thing. I'll let you know when W Club registration starts up again in February, okay? I'll be sure to keep y'all posted. Yeah, I saw that somebody trying to trade him for Raina. So, and then sometimes to be smart, there's some dolls that we see. I have a few Agneses, but people love Agnes and they love Poppy. So sometimes I'll just pre-order the Agnes and the Poppies just to use them for trade bait to get something I want. So you can do it that way too. I'll be sure to let you know. I'll be posting it on my W Club. And another thing I wanted to tell y'all, if I know a lot of y'all don't like to do Facebook, but I'm the admin over at the Pink Lounge on Facebook, so you can always come in there and get information. Sometimes it's not so much about participating as it is just reading the post. If you just read the post, you'll find out a lot of information. Yeah, you got to keep a good reputation in the doll world. King Brothers, how you doing? Well, thank y'all for sharing. Thank y'all for showing up for my live. I'm going to repost this to my YouTube account. It's been nice. Y'all let me know what you want to talk about next week, because I'm going to try to do this every week. I'm trying to increase my YouTube subscribers and my followers on Instagram. So please share. If you have anything you want to talk about next week on Wednesday, just send me a DM. So do me a favor and run over to YouTube if you haven't already and subscribe to my channel. If you look in my bio, you can click that YouTube video link and it'll take you straight to my channel. And don't forget about my t-shirts and mugs and stuff. And I'll see you back in the Wednesday live next week. And y'all have a blessed and wonderful week and holiday season. Bye.